Hey Aquarius, I hope you guys are doing great. It's the Tipsy Intuitive here to do your spring equinox reading. Spring is all about stepping into the light, into the warmth, renewal, rejuvenation, and rebirth. So we're going to see what this season has in store for you. And the first card that came out for your overall energy is abundance. You all are off to a good start, Aquarius. Let's pull another and see what else is going on for you. What energy is surrounding this reading for my Aquarius collective for the spring equinox? And we have your commitment is being tested, first quarter moon. Oh, all right. So what this feels like for my Aquarius collective is that during this spring equinox season, that there is the ability for you to bring in the abundance that I think you've been looking for. I do think that this is a path that you have been on for quite some time. This is not something that feels very recent, but something that you've been working towards for a while. And I think that up until this point, that you have not necessarily seen the fruits of your labor, if you will. It feels like you've been planting these seeds, planting a seed here, 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 and you've been pretty consistent about it, but you haven't necessarily seen that full bloom that you've been waiting for. And what it feels like now is like, do you truly want it? Because I just heard the phrase darkest before dawn. So it might feel for a lot of you that you are at the point of giving up, because it's like, you know what? I've been investing. I've been putting this work in. I don't feel like I have that much to show for it right now. And Spirit is like, well, it's right around the corner, but are you willing to walk that final mile? Are you willing to take those last few steps here? And so it feels like this is a little bit of a warning that even if you haven't necessarily seen things coming into fruition right now, that they are coming. And Spirit is asking you, how badly do you want this? Are you willing to take those last few steps to get there? And if you're not, then the abundance that you had planned for yourself, these seeds that you have been planting, they're not going to grow. They're not going to come up. So Spirit is asking you to sort of channel your inner strength and to take that last final push towards whatever it is that you've been working for, because it's right around the corner. And I know that we don't like tests. It's like, bro, why you got to test me? I've been putting in the work, but you're almost there. So keep going. So what we have for you in terms of your energy coming into the spring equinox, we have the Queen of Swords. This is someone who is incredibly powerful. They are standing in their truth. They're not taking no shit from nobody. Like, they have their boundaries up. They are quick to cut off people who are not in alignment with them. So it feels like coming into the spring equinox that you are standing fully in your power, that you are, full strength. More than anything, it's like deep down, that this path that you've been on is for you. And there may have been a couple of obstacles. Things may seem to be moving a little bit slow, but I think that deep down, that this is for you. That being said, we also have that clarified by the Nine of Wands, that every now and again, because you're human, Aquarius, because you have humanity still inside of you, there's that thought that, well, it hasn't happened despite the work that I've been putting in. Is it time to give up? Is it time to let this go? So I feel like that's not necessarily your overarching energy, but every now and again, it pops up into your mind. But again, more than anything, deep down, I feel like that this is meant for you. That the work that you've been putting in was not for nothing. So something that's sort of waking up in you right now, we have the Devil. And ordinarily, when we have readings, Devil is not the most positive card that can come out, right? It can be about obsession. It can be about bad habits. What I think that this for you, though, is more hyper focus. that it's you sort of doubling down. And it's like, nah, hell no, I done put in all of this work. I'm not stopping now. I am not stopping now. I need to see this through. I need to see results one way or the other, whether it comes out the way I wanted it to, whether it comes out the way I didn't want it to or didn't expect it to. I need to keep going. So it almost feels as though there's this stubborn energy that's going to come out of you that says, you know what? Even when I'm tired, with the Ace of Wands in reverse, even if things don't look like they're panning out, I know deep down that they are. I know that I'm on the right track. So there's this sense of determination. There's this sense of, I want to say obsession, but that sounds so negative. But I think for this, it's a good kind of obsession for you all, where it's like, yep, I'm blocking out everything else. And this is what I'm working towards. This is what I'm focusing on. I'm not going to waver from my path. I'm not going to be deterred from what it is that I want, even if I haven't seen it manifesting in the 3D right now. So the opportunities that are ahead for you, we have the 8 of Cups, which is nice because it's walking away from one thing and walking towards something else. So I think that you are going to be shifting away from this energy of a little bit of stagnancy into something that's much more fruitful, something that's much more abundant. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So this is a new offer. This is something tangible, something stable that's coming in towards you. So moving away from this energy and moving towards this stability, this pentacle that you've been working so hard for is on its way. So again, with your commitment sort of being tested in this moment, this darkness before dawn, it's coming. It is coming. And we have that clarified by death. This is rebirth. This is the ending of a cycle and the beginning of something new. This is leaving something behind to move towards something else. And we saw that right here with the 8 of Cups. So there's something new coming towards you. This old life where you have been planting these seeds, where you have been sort of busting your tail, that's coming to an end. And you're going to start having this goodness that's coming in. You're on your path to abundance. So all you have to do is keep pushing, babe. Just keep pushing, Aquarius. Now, how to allow this into your life? We have the 2 of Cups in reverse, and we're going to go ahead and clarify that real quick because the 2 of Cups is really about partnership. It's about sort of that loving. I almost feel like this is you sort of taking the emotions out of it. We have it clarified by the Star in reverse. So this is not you sort of being in a place of, I think, being overly emotional or just sort of sitting and daydreaming and wishing. This is you putting in the work. This is you absolutely putting in the work. And we have that clarified by the 3 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck as well. So this is you working in tandem with someone else. Or for a lot of you, this could be you working with spirit, right? Saying that I have faith in myself. I have faith in the universe. I can get this done. And so to a certain extent, I feel like the best way for you to move forward is to not give into these occasional moments of defeat, of feeling like you're not going to be able to accomplish something. This is you sort of taking the emotion out of it and moving forward in a way that's more mental and more practical than being sort of stuck in your feelings. Like I just got an image of someone sort of throwing a temper tantrum and like kicking their heels up. Aquarius, that's not what you want to do. This is not the time for you to throw a temper tantrum and to get sort of wishy-washy and daydreamy. This is the time for you now to double down on your work because you are almost there. So like in traditional tarot, if you see the 8 of Cups, it's somebody who's walking away from these cups that are sort of scattered on the ground. And there's a mountain in the background that they have to climb. But over that mountain is going to be something absolutely beautiful. So this is your last push, Aquarius. This is the last little bit of work that you have to do before you really start seeing things blossoming in front of you. So, oh, look at this. Your final card out, last message from Spirit. I am patient, knowing that whatever is of the highest good is coming to me. So this is Spirit reiterating, hang in there. You may feel like you're being tested right now. Your commitment is being tested. Do you move forward? Do you walk away? And Spirit is saying, yeah, walk away from your former life, because this work that you've been putting in is going to pay off. Yes, it's taken a little bit of time, probably a lot longer than you would have wanted it to, but it's coming. So Aquarius, hang in there, because there is something beautiful. There is something new, a whole different world that's waiting for you. So keep pushing. I'm going to leave it there. I hope that this was helpful, and I hope that it resonated. If it did, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. But in the meanwhile, stay safe, stay healthy, and I am sending you all huge hugs.